Alright guys, I wanted to get the titles updated before I unmuted my mic so you didn't have to hear the clicking clacking of the typing, but we got that updated. Of course, we'll be watching ANOX versus Play the Game Champ. This is the second match of the day. The winner of this goes on to play Reunited. I will see what is, I'm not sure if it's winner. It's usually you do winner next for GSL format, but we will see if whether or not we do the losers match next. But sometimes, usually it's the winners, so the first winner goes on, and then we'll be following through the loser side of the GSL group. But we'll be getting right into the introductions, guys. Of course, we have ANOX going to be taking up the defense. We have Sharike going to be picking up a Reinhardt. Kinsei going to be picking up a McCree. We have Cooler on the Lucio. Anik going to be picking up their Reaper. Rubicon on the Mercy, and that leaves the Pharah for Cypher. Over for the side of the offense for Play the Game Champs, we have NatroBro picking up a Mercy, JPE going to be on a Reinhardt, Zero G going to be picking on up the Pharah. We have a Soldier for Zartaz, Oh Damn going to be on his Lucio, and then War Spirit UK going to be on a Zarya. So already out the bats and out of the gates and going into the second game, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We haven't had too much time, of course. This is the Battle, $4,000 online tournament, Group Stage Part 2, Group A. And here we go, the defense going to be going in aggressively from ANOX. They're actually just going to try to take the offense head-on-head here at the choke point, forcing them outside of it. As you can see, said JPE and teammates are going to have to back off as they were not ready for that aggression. Kinsei got a kill onto NatroBro, meaning no resurrection being charged up right now. And also that just makes it a little bit harder to continue fights regardless. Even if you aren't charging up the resurrection or want to think about it that way, the 50 HPS that Mercy is constantly outputting is critical to your aggression and your defense if you're running it. Again, 50 HPS is a lot. It negates a lot of damage. McCree at long range is pretty much negated by a Mercy healing, pocket healing. Zartaz is going to be up on the high ground with that soldier. We're going to be switching over to him. This is a pretty common strategy of the offense here on King's Row. Getting a soldier around this backside. He should be running onto this, yep. And now he's going to be able to cover that window. Going to be looking to go on to the Pharah, but the Pharah Rocket Barrage doesn't do that much. We're going to switch over to Cypher as he doesn't actually, no he does, he gets a double kill. Zartaz and NatroBro going down to that critically, and again, NatroBro being one of the ones that goes down, and Oh Damn going to be taken out as well. Cypher going to be going on to a triple kill total. Looking to make it 4 kills for him in that fight, but no, Anik going to be the one cleaning one of those up. So here we go. Back to another offense. Back to Play the Game Champs. See what they can do. Not going to be switching up the lineup too much. They are getting pretty close to a few of those ultimates. Of course, the Barrage for Zero G coming up just slightly behind Cypher. Of course, Cypher already charging up another 25% after that big Rocket Barrage. We do have Kinsei available with a Deadeye, so that could be big for them. Notice where he's hiding. He's going to be waiting for the big moment to come out and use that. He's switching over, to Zero G, as he's going to be pretty critical here for the side of the offense with this barrage. He needs to get a lot done with it. Kinsei could be the one to shut this down completely, though, as we'll be waiting for Kinsei. There we go. He goes out. He goes on to the soldier. He's going to be channeling the Deadeye. 2 ticks. Just going to be channeling it right now, getting the good zoning going off, does pull the trigger eventually. JPE is his casualty, and Cypher going to be taking out Odam, and now they're going to be hunting down War Spirit UK, and he gets cleaned up as well, as Kinsei is the one to claim that kill. And now the offense of Play the Game Champs going to have to back up and go back to the drawing board again and figure out what strategy, what composition, what plays that they want to go for, and figure something out. They do have quite a few ultimates, though, so they do have the option of just going for not an all-in push, if you want to call it that, but a major push with all of their ultimates using at once. Actually, all 6 available for them. So this is probably going to be the big moment for them. Defense as well, sitting on quite a few ultimates. The only one missing is Kinsei on his Deadeye. So 6 versus 5 ultimates. Let's see what happens here. We have the Sound Barrier already going out, and a Graviton Surge hitting on 1-2, but charged out is the side of Sharike as he gets away from it, and there's going to be a Rocket Barrage from Cypher clearing out NatroBro on that high ground before he can get the resurrection off. And now the defense has the resurrection. They already used it. Oh Damn going to get charged up. Cypher takes out Zero G, and now JPE and War Spirit are the last lone tanks on the point, getting chased down, hounded down, and the side of ANOX is going to clean them up again. Play the Game Champs not having a good opportunity, a good look here on the side of the offense, and it's just not looking the best for them here on King's Row. Again, with Overwatch, it is worth noting that this could just be a map thing for them. ANOX does not, recently, the only recent game was the the Go 4 Cup number 4 for ESL, and that was a 3-0 for the favor of ANOX over Play the Game Champs, and that's the only time they played within the last 2 months, really. So it is definitely favored to the side of ANOX, but Play the Game Champs, it might just be a map situation. We'll see. Oh, that Death Blossom. Anakin meeting in double kill critically again on NatroBro. He's not having the best game right now as Kinsei takes out Zartaz. Resurrection going to be coming out from the side of the defense to bring up Anik as they continue again to just hound down the side of Play the Game Champs, forcing them back to their spawn. For the sake the play of the game champs. We hope that this is just a map situation and that they have a better map. You know, Hollywood is the other choice, and then it is either Lijiang or Numbani for the decider, I believe. I'll have to go back to the match chat and check. Oh, Cypher. That direct rocket onto Odam. Very unfortunate. A bit of blunder from Odam, but also just great lining it up from Cypher. Now going to be continuing out rockets. Doesn't quite take out the other Fair as Zero G gets away alive, but now War Spirit going to be switching over to Reaper. Gets taken out by Zero G. That's Cypher, and that's a big kill. Can they push off the back of it, though, as... Oh man, those shots from Kinsei on point, hitting 1, 2, 3 in a row onto Zero G, dropping him down to 20 HP, but the offense has finally gotten some kind of ground, and they're onto the point. Looks like Zartaz is able to take out ANOX, and this is the beginning of a good set of kills for them. They just need to continue to chain it off. Charge coming out. Earth Shatter, though, from the defense. Sharike hitting on a total of 3. Counter Earth Shatter coming out from the offense, and meanwhile, there's a Rocket Barrage from Cypher, but it doesn't do too much. And play of the game champs is going to be able to take the point. Resurrection does come out from Rubicon as he's bringing up most of his teammates. They're going to try to back out here and reset. That's their goal. Offense doesn't want them to get a clean reset. They want to go ahead and continue to bleed kills. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get that kind of aggressive push that they want to at the end. So we will be kind of... Oh, no! Oh, nope, that's just War Spirit. I think that was a bit of a blunder. Okay, never mind. He's just switching. Never mind, guys. It's all good. False alarm. Just switching heroes. Never know if it's a misclick or if it's intended to switch heroes. Defer to not knowing, but looks like he is going to be going over to a McCree. Cypher going to be able to take out War Spirit. That's not good, as he went down right after he switched. Cypher getting a double kill too. Cypher has been so critical for his team so far, doing so much damage on this fair. Of course, he is definitely a strong Overwatch player. And I forget the game that he comes from, but I know that the game he comes from is a very well-versed and very strong player. Has a very good history in that respect. So definitely not outside of the norm for him to be performing like this, and that's what his team needs to happen right now. As the side of the offense is pushing forward, War Spirit going to be able to get a kill, landing a dink onto ANOX, dropping him down to 10 HP. ANOX going to have to go for that HP. We're going to have to run away. Zero G going to come up and clean it up, and now the offense is in a very good position. Resurrection coming out, though, from the side of Rubicon, bringing up all those dead members, and again, Sharike. The story of today has been massive Earth Shatters as he lands a 4-1. Rocket Barrage coming out from Cypher, getting 1 kill, helping get another as ANOX cleans up Odam. And now the offense only has 2 members left on the payload, Zartaz being one of them, as he's getting hounded down by Cypher, gonna get cleaned up by ANOX, and oh boy. Oh boy. This is just disgusting, guys, from the side of ANOX on the defense. I gotta say, Play the Game Champs is having a decent look here and there, but they just can't string it together, and that's the thing about Overwatch, right? Is as you get closer and closer to the top level, oh, never mind, screw that. There's gonna be a Death Blossom coming out. We're gonna be looking Cooler's Vision as it is. ANOX lands himself a quad kill, but the Resurrection is gonna reset it, and that might be an opportunity to change things around. Zartaz gonna be taken out as Kinsei, as after Kinsei gets a pretty good Death Blossom, or sorry, Deadeye getting 2 kills, and now Cooler gonna be chasing on to Zartaz, dueling up the sights, but the sights are bigger than Cooler's aim as Zartaz gets himself a triple kill. JPE gets the 4th of that, and a total team wipe coming out as Play the Game Champs looks to step on the corpses there of ANOX a little bit and try to make a message, as they haven't really been able to get too much of a strong aggression going. It's always been getting stalled up fight after fight after fight, and then towards the end of the objectives they're able to get things done, get their fights together, and oh no, Cypher again landing these directs onto Zartaz. He goes down critically, maybe pushed up a bit too aggressively, but at the same time that's what you need to be doing to create more space for your team. Offense going to have to back off of course, with Zartaz down. They're not going to be able to, Zartaz down, they're not going to be able to take the fight right now. But they will be able to regroup pretty quickly. The spawn is really close. Zartaz already with his team, like I said. And they do have a Rocket Barrage available for Zero G, as he's going to find out ANOX. That's very important. ANOX did have a good flanking position there. And it is quick. I apologize, guys. I'm sorry. Most of my background is not as much in FPS, so I apologize there. But yeah, we are going to be seeing a Rocket Barrage come out from Zero G. This is exactly what they need to continue this kind of aggression. Zero G going to be getting a double kill, but Sharike and ANOX. Sharike with his own double kill. Resurrection coming out from Rubicon as he does bring up the rest of his team. Finally, a good Resurrection coming out from Nacho Bro as he does bring up the fallen members of his team, and we have a full reset of the fight here, as most of the defense is going to be the ones missing members. Rubicon being down and Sharike. Now Kinsei pretty low. See if he can continue to survive up with Cooler in the background. Going to be getting healed up now by Rubicon. Kinsei looking for the shots, not landing them up now, and Zero G is going to be able to take out ANOX, and that makes for a pretty big kill. See if it continues though. This offense needs to be pretty clean from here on out. They've already wasted a lot of time on this map. They need to make it as fast of a cap as possible. Or Shatter going out, going to be landing on 2. And as you can see in the background, ZeroG isn't getting harassed that much. Kinsei is going to be taken down by Zartaz, and these sites could be massive hits. He gets a lot of kills with them. He isn't going to take out Cypher though. Cypher critically gets off that great barrage at the end, but War Spirit's still alive. Does have the high noon. Does get another kill with it. Takes out Rubicon after the resurrection, and it looks like they will be able to cap it, guys. We'll be stopping the point right there, and that is going to be it. 9:23 is the time, guys. We'll be checking for the official match time at the end. Play of the game champs having a really slow start to that map. ANOX coming out very strong from the gates, definitely having the control, the tempo of the map. Nacho Bro definitely having a few quality resurrections, though at that first point I gotta say he just unfortunately got caught out so many times. He got killed fight after fight to start the push off. Nacho Bro died I think 3 times in a row for the pushes. I'm not exactly sure on the total number, but again, he did die quite a few big times, but he did clean it up there towards the end. Those huge resurrections making a big difference for his team. But now, of course, the side of ANOX going to be attempting a push on King's Row. They're looking to beat a time of 9:30. Definitely a very feasible time to beat. You can go a little bit longer on this map. Like, I think the max time you can go to without, like, overtimes is actually 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure. But so it's pretty close to the max time. Of course, with overtimes, you could end up going to, like, 11 minutes-ish. That kind of situation. But it is definitely one of the longest times you can possibly get. So defense is going to be having a bit of their... a bit to bite off there and take care of, as they do need to hold for basically the first 4 minutes on the first point to equate to the kind of defense that ANOX was doing on the first point. And then Streets phase, they were not able to take it until the last 30 seconds on the clock. I believe it was like 6:45, 7:30 when they were able to, somewhere in that window, they were able to take point B. So we'll see how it works out for them. Defensive setup. We'll see if Nacho Bro actually goes out with this. I highly doubt he'll actually be going out with a Bastion. It's probably just to troll the chat, and yeah, that is going to be the case, as we are going to have a Pharah, Soldier, Reaper, pretty standard. Not going to be running a Roadhog, interestingly enough. We did see Roadhog, of course, from Reunited and from the side of Era. Roadhog has made a big move in the meta, primarily because of, obviously, that, you know, back when one hero limit was the primary thing, of course, no hero limits now becoming the consistency of rule sets for tournaments. But really, Roadhog came out then, I think, primarily because of both his barrier bursting potential and that amping up or comboing up with the Junkrat, those two being able to do a lot, and also his hook potential. He's a very strong, soft answer to a lot of the problems that you deal with. Pharah, you can easily hook and pull in if you have good aim. You have the flat cannon with your right click, and of course you don't really die to her direct rockets. It takes 6 unless you have a Discord orb on you. So there's a few interesting situations that Roadhog finds a very good use for. And yes, in the chat, the biotic sphere, or the biotic field is a sphere, so you can be above and below it to be healed. I know below for sure. I'm not 100% sure on above, but it is a sphere, at least for the sense of below. ZeroG going to be claiming the first kill of this game, and that's going to be big for their defense to start it off. They're going to get the second kill of the match as well, as they take out Kinsei. Shari K going down to ZeroG, as we called that out earlier. Now Cypher going to be taking a direct in midair, going to be getting healed up by the Pocket Mercy. Air duel between the Pharahs going out. It looks like Cypher going to be winning it so far, getting not 1, maybe 2, no, not going to be able to land the second. So a little bit of a wash in that air duel there, and we go ahead and continue on. Stopwatch started a bit late there, guys, as we do have ZeroG going to be flying over, looking for that damage. The offensive ANOX going to be able to set up onto the point. This is exactly what they want to be able to do, but the side of the defense needs to be able to collapse back in and clean them up now. But Cypher going to be able to take out War Spirit. ZeroG going to be able to take out Cypher, but Starry K answering back, and it's just even trades right now. Nacho Bro does get the resurrection, and so does Rubicon. So a reset with the Graviton Surge, not hitting too much, but the kill feed is definitely displaying the story of what's going on right now. ZeroG does take out Cypher during that barrage, but that was one of the only really big kills, and Rubicon, he takes out ZeroG at the end with his pistol after ZeroG had taken out Cypher during that barrage, and that is going to be ANOX taking the first point in 1 minute and 30 seconds, minute and 35 if you want to be precise. Again, guys, the stopwatch is about 45 seconds behind. I apologize. As we move into the streets phase, lots of time for them to be able to take it. ANOX going to be out in the front. He does, go down as he pushed up a fair bit aggressively. Defense capitalizing and getting on him as soon as possible. Kinsei going to be able to back out alive down at 70 HP as he's going to get healed up here by Rubicon as he attempts to rebuild that ult and get ready to go back in here. And offense, not too much here. Of course, guys, the streets phase is just going to get underway. Rockets going out. Grab it. Oh, there we go. Sound barrier from both teams, it looks like. No, just, yeah, both teams. Death Blossom coming out from Kinsei doing a fair bit of damage as they are going to clean up maybe 1, 2, 3 of the defending members. And Cypher going to be able to take out Zero G as he was channeling that Rocket Barrage, not doing too much at the end of the day. And now the offense cleaning up all of the defense again. And the side of ANOX moving through the streets phase very cleanly. And this is exactly what they need to do on the back of Cypher, on the back of Kinsei as well. And I got to say that they are definitely performing for their team. They have to, of course, if they win this 2-0, they will be taking out, or if they win this series, they will be taking on the side of Reunited. They, of course, have to win this match. Still have quite a bit of time left on the, they'd have to actually take the point, of course, still. Play the game champ's going to be pushing out aggressively here to try to defend on this point. It's still 2.5 meters away. 0.7 meters as it continues to push forward. Defense stalling it up. Lucio going to be cart dancing best he can. But as you can see, Cypher landing big rockets after big rocket here. Landing up pretty much a double direct onto Zartaz. Not cleaning him up, but will be able to land even more directs. Now going to be Jarike taking out Odam. And the side of the offense is just cleaning house basically in these fights. Graviton Surge hitting on 2. Can they capitalize on it? Oh, that Fire Strike going through. They need to get onto Nacho Bro. That's Kinsei chasing him out. If Kinsei takes out Nacho Bro, no, great rocket coming out of Zero G, as Zero G was aware of the chase that was happening. Good communication there, but Cypher going to take out Zero G mid-air, and that's going to make it a little bit harder for this defense to hold up. They're already around the U-room corner. Going to be getting to that last bit of the stretch there. Defense is able to set up a decent flank left and right side here from both sides, but at the end of the day, this is also a very open area, and Cypher has the high ground control for his team. Going to be able to get the decent rocket barrage at this rate. Here we go, Zero G. Going to be trying to challenge him up and change that up, but if this rocket barrage kills Mercy, it does, and Zero G going to be ripping out his own rocket barrage, cleaning up one. Only Cypher, though, as the kill feed is just lighting up pure red right now, as the side of ANOX able to take it. Even with the stopwatch starting 45 seconds late, guys, you can see that with a time of about 4 minutes, ANOX is going to take the first map, and we are going to be going on to the next one. I'm pretty sure that it should be Hollywood, but it might also be Dorado. I don't know why I think it's one of those two. I need to go back to the chat and check in just a second, guys, but great plays coming out of Kinsei here, doing a lot of damage with that Reaper. That's what you want to do, is get in that flank, and of course that's also kind of the onus in that situation is on the side of the defense, or the side of the other the team that is dealing with that Reaper, right? They have to have the effective team communication to say, hey guys, Reaper in the flank, Reaper's doing a lot of damage. They need to have the right members turn around and focus the Reaper down, but if too many members over focus, then you have the front of the fight no longer having people checking that front push. So that's kind of like the balance. That's what these teams are trying to do at this very top level, is that you know, you have to have that high level of communication, and of course team shotting. That's something that I've kind of started to really think a lot more of, is as you get higher and higher in the skill brackets of these games, especially FPS that is a team-based shooter, or a hero-based shooter, that Overwatch, it really comes down to your ability to work as a team, because as you get higher up, right, everyone should be at that level to some degree, right? At the end of the day, the top 8 teams of the world should all be shooting approximately 95% the same. They should all be hitting most of their shots, if not all of them. You know, back when McCree was a big thing, everyone would say that your top McCrees would hit 6 out of 6 fans. That was the standard. That's what you expected out of them. So when that's the expectation out of the players, the big deciding factor comes down to their ability to coordinate and work as a team in the strategy. And if they're able to do that, then the combination of their better play with their better strategy is what ends up winning them the matches. But again, the reason I want to emphasize that there per se is that when you're at this point, these teams are right in that middle ground where they're getting to that point where they're starting to be very clean on their shots. And of course, Cypher and a few of these other players coming from a Quake background have very strong aim, and they're trying now to get to that, you know, very clean team play level. And ANOX displaying that in that last match. Played the game champ. I kind of felt like it was a bit awkward from them on their defense. They had a few moments where they were just not, I guess taking the crisis situations very well. It's kind of hard to explain too because it's like all situational stuff. When the offense went in and they flanked around and they had 2 heroes on the left, 3 heroes in the front, and it was kind of this just like spread out mess, ANOX dealt with that situation better. They team shot better. They focused on the proper stuff and all that. But, you know, I don't know. It's one of those situations where it's hard to exactly capitulate what goes on in those situations, the heads of the players. That's why it's good to study these VODs and get down to it. But we're now into Dorado, guys. This map, of course, a very entertaining map in my opinion. If you could get through the first point, definitely. The first point can be one of those situations where if a team just does not get a good start going, play the game champs getting stalled up here at that, you know, the Dorado hellhole, the archway right here that is just absolutely disgusting to get through. You have to be very clean and effective. You have to execute your strategy well. Otherwise, you get to a situation where you're stalled up in that archway, and the defense is just able to spam so much damage through the archway. Of course, there are multiple ways around. As you can see right now, one being utilized this stairwell by ZeroG. There is one that we'll see in the back left right now of your screen. There's a little ledge right there, what I call secret, or what I've heard called secret. But the offense is going to go ahead and get it up the ramp so far. It doesn't look like ANOX is really challenging it too much yet. A bit of just a quiet phase, but there we go. There's the challenge. ANOX is going to be going in extremely aggressively. They're going to be going straight on to JPE. He goes down. Rocket's going to be hitting near ANOX, but he, of course, busts out that Wraith form. And we do have RaptorZ onto that. Hanzo going to be looking for some kills, but so far none. As the first kill does go to the side of ANOX, specifically ANOX, as he was the one to take it on the Reaper, taking out JPE. So now they are actually going to be able to see ANOX, and of course he sees that he has been tagged up by that sonic arrow, so he should be backing off. But the side of the offense is going to be going for the stairwell push, and this is exactly what I like to see. Normally when teams go for that archway push, it becomes incredibly awkward. And that, yep, there we go, down the stairs is the side of the offense. Going to be using that barrier to get in position, get through the archway so they don't have to worry about getting spammed through it. But ANOX is in a very terrifying position. He's actually taking double direct there from ZeroG. Cypher going to be pushing in aggressively. Here's a big set of action. Cypher needs to land these directs, and he is 95% on his ult. He's been landing a lot of rockets. Now onto Odam. He's just going to rip out the barrage right then and there. RaptorZ was able to get away, and Winghaven as well, or sorry, War Spirit was able to get away. But Kinsei, kill feed, you can tell it's nothing but the side of ANOX on it, as even though the resurrection goes off to the side of the defense to get some of their members back up, tempo res in that sense. But the side of the offense, again, play the game champs having a bit of a trouble getting their offensive going. I feel like they start really slow on their offenses. And maybe that's just a characteristic of their play, of course. But at the same time, it might be something worth looking at because they're starting very slow. The defense is in a very comfortable position. They're saying, okay, we're waiting. All right, here they go, guys. They're aggressing. ANOX got his flank. Let's clean it up, let's call our targets, and then that's basically what the fights feel like if you're looking at it from the side of ANOX. Dragon Strike going to be going out. Let's see if it's a Sated Dragon. So far it's doing a fair bit of damage, but not yet. It does take out Rubicon with ZeroG's assistance as he gets that kill. ZeroG in the background doing a lot of damage as ANOX does get it. Death Blossom does clean up 1, 2, but the Resurrection's there to negate one of them, it looks like, as 3 of the heroes are dead now, as the kill feed is just lighting back up as Cypher wins the air duel against ZeroG. Kinsei in the back line for his team, critically still alive as he's fighting it out against RaptorZ. He needs to win this duel, but missing all of his fan. Oh no! Bit of a blunder there from from Kinsei, as RaptorZ wins that duel. Double arrow, taking out Rubicon before he gets the before he's able to stall it up. I'm not sure if he even should have done that looking at his ult res. He's only at 60-70%. Not necessarily the best call in that situation. JPE going to be taking out Sharike, and now the defense is kind of in a situation where they're bleeding members. Great shot by RaptorZ. Great patience. Going to be able to take out ANOX, and RaptorZ just lighting up here at the end of that point for his team, making a big difference. Oh no. Side of ANOX having a bit of a blunder here, as this looks like to be so far a faster time. If they can continue this momentum, the side of play of the game champs. That's the big problem, though. That's the big question. Dragon Strike going out as soon as they're coming up the stairwell. That's really awkward for the heroes that were in it, but because he was a fair bit away, the Dragon Strike takes a little bit to take effect, and they are just going to go ahead and dodge it. Waste of a Dragon Strike, and now Cypher's in a very strong position. Going to be trying to not take those arrows. ZeroG as well, firing the rockets as we're in an air duel between the two Pharahs. Time on the clock, 4 minutes. And Rocket Barrage available for Cypher. We saw what last time he did with the Rocket Barrage. His Rocket Barrage has been on point all game, to be frank. Guy has been doing everything he can for his team. as of course he is definitely one of the star players of their team, and you expect a lot, especially out of your Pharah play. This is what you expect out of your Pharah play, getting over the top. Direct rockets on to Zero G as he helps Kinsey also clean up Nacho Bro, and that's going to be the end of the offense. Your DPS players, you really do need them to be making these kind of plays, these solo individual plays. And again, I gotta highlight Rubicon here so far today. Nacho Bro has been having a little bit of an off day, it feels, as he's not been getting the same clutch resurrections. He had quite a few there at the end of King's Row as they were able to cap the point, but Rubicon has been on point all day, always keeping Cypher pocketed, staying out of harm's way, and always getting that resurrection. There's been one or two that he's really been canceled out on so far today. Let's see if this air duel gets underway. Not yet so far. As Nacho Bro. He will dodge all those rockets, and a fire strike does come through. Offense looking to move up through this archway. There's really not much has happened in this last minute, guys. It's really just kind of been a lull of action, a little bit of spam here and there, and I'm not sure if that rocket hit Zero G or not. It just disappeared, but it looks like it probably did. Cypher still on that rocket barrage. Ultimates are all up across the board on the side of the defense. And for the side of the offense, Zartaz is going to be the only one without an ultimate. Oh no, Cypher's spawned out Nacho Bro. He's found Nacho Bro. Nacho Bro super low. This rocket could be huge. No. Ooh, Zartaz able to take him out, and Nacho Bro will stay alive. Actually, I say that. ANOX takes him out. He's with that sights. Still has them, waiting to use them. There was a sights used by the side of the offense as War Spirit UK did bust those out. Kinsey going to be getting a double kill here, as that wasn't even with the Deadeye. They're still holding on to their ultimates with 2 minutes remaining. Looks like there's a call to be holding on to these ultimates, I imagine, or they've just decided that they want to save the ultimates for later fights. And no Widow's coming out yet either. This is another point where we've seen a lot of Widow in previous metas past. I'm surprised the offense hasn't at least attempted it, given the fact that they're playing a Hanzo. But the side of play, the game champ just going to continue to commit to the same style of play that they are. Ultimates are all green across the board again, except for Cooler for the side of the defense and War Spirit for the side of the offense. So I'm interested to see if we have a big fight coming out with a massive set of ultimates. War Spirit able to take out Cypher. That will force the resurrection immediately into a dragon strike. This might be a sated dragon as it does chase down 2-3 people. Cypher in the air. Going to be landing a rocket onto War Spirit. Now there's the sights finally coming out from ANOX as he's trying to get something done with that. And Kinsey with the high noon. That's definitely high noon here at Dorado as he gets a double kill. Follows it up with a triple post Deadeye. Zartaz going to be able to get a double kill though for his team as he's starting to answer a wee bit, giving them a little bit of hope. He gets a triple kill, and this seems like to be the story again. Zartaz going off, but no. ANOX shuts him down as soon as he peeks into the line of sight of ANOX, and that's going to be the death of Zartaz. That's going to be the end of that push. 1 minute remains on the clock, and we might be experiencing a full hold here. As the side of ANOX is just looking so strong on the second point in Dorado. I gotta say, I really like the way they're playing it. It's very standard, of course. Pharah, McCree, Soldier, they're not running a second tank. That would be the big difference. No Roadhog, no Zarya in that respect, but they are running a pretty standard triple DPS. Zero G, though, as we say that. Getting a kill on a Rubicon. A bit of a blunder there from Rubicon, but ANOX answers right back, taking out War Spirit, making it a fair bit even. We will have a resurrection coming out immediately to bring up War Spirit, as there's only 25 seconds left, and there's a Widow pickup for Zartaz, but immediately Cypher wins the duel. We're going to be switching to him. He takes out the Widow. Now he has a barrage available. There's going to be the barrage coming out from Zero G. Great barrage from him, taking him out. The point's really close to getting capped here, and Zero G needs to continue to land these rockets. He does take him out. Resurrection coming out from Rubicon as he gets up. It looks like 1-2 heroes, as there's going to be a rocket barrage coming out from the side of Cypher, but he gets taken out. War Spirit UK was the one to do that, but the kill feed after that going nothing but blue as as Kinsey and his ANOX set up in this double crossfire. We'll go ahead and switch over to Kinsey as well as he's set up over on this left side. Great Earthshatter coming up from Shari K, and the defense is going to get a full hold. And GG's, guys. Or not GG's, good round, I guess is the better way to say it, as the point does get not able to get capped. I believe the offensive take on the first point was again close to about 3 minutes. I'm not entirely sure. We'll go ahead and defer to the players on that one. Of course, we can go back to the live stream and check the time in the event. But 8:13 was the total match time. They weren't able to cap it. They got stalled up at the second point. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again. This is The Battle. I appreciate your viewership so much. The UCCleague appreciates your viewership. And, of course, the sponsors, Game Today, Arcade, and esportsgaming.com. Thank you so much to the sponsors for providing the prize pool we have for this tournament. It's a $4,000 online cup. This is the Group Stage 2 Group A of the Group Stage 2. Two of the teams today will make it through. Already we had the side of Era getting dropped down into the losers match. Side of Reunited going into the winners match. We are going to be deciding the next team here. 2 teams from today move on. 2 teams from tomorrow move on. Meet the 4 teams that already made it through the Group Stage 1. That leaves 8 teams for the playoffs. And they will be playing for $4,000. Again, guys, I appreciate so much your viewership. I'm RaptorZ. And we'll be getting right into the next game. We won't be needing the stopwatches. Of course, it is just going to be progression-based for this time, as they were able to cap. If you guys have any thoughts or suggestions as far as the stream goes, as far as the production goes, as far as my casting goes, do let me know. I am trying to improve on all aspects of it. If there's any issues with the stream, the overlay, the volume levels, or anything of that nature, I will do what I can to update it and fix it as soon as possible for you guys. If you guys have any feedback on my casting, of course, some of it is stuff I cannot fix immediately, but I will definitely be listening. And I definitely would love to have your feedback, guys, as of course. That is the only way for me to improve as a caster, is to hear what you guys don't like and do like about it. But into the actual game, into the content of the match, we have ZarTaz going to actually be taking up the Widowmaker, so he will be setting up in a pretty standard spot. Most likely be seeing him here. The other way that you can start on Widow on this map is you can start right here on top of Secret, and what this gives you is an angle here. I'll try to shoot the line as clean as I can, but into this spawn, so you can land shots there, and of course you can also see right here. So that is one spot you can set up off the beginning to try to get some picks to start the match. But otherwise, most likely be setting up at that back far arch at the end of the point. Defense going to be setting up on the high ground to get the spam off to the beginning, and that's pretty much a standard play here. Junkrat going to be going with rockets overhead. And again, this is a little bit more akin to the meta of the past. We have Symmetra, we have Junkrat, we have Torbjorn. This is basically the... this meta has been revisited over and over again, and at this point I'd be willing to say that this is just a strategy that you can run, and it's not strictly that, it's definitely the less common of the meta right now. Kensei going to be able to take out Odam, and that's a big pick. Who cares about talking about metas when we have Hanzo's hitting headshots, it looks like. Odam going down in one shot. That wasn't a scatter arrow, it's still off of cooldown. Waiting for that barrier to go down. We'll just go ahead and throw the scatter arrow into the barrier, and the side of ANOX is already getting a great aggression to start, as the shot will land onto Zero G, as he takes a lot of damage. There's a scatter arrow taking out the turret, another arrow ringing out, and he's getting really close to that. Oh, a headshot onto Zero G. Now it does have the Dragon Strike available. We'll be throwing that Sonic arrow out to figure out where they are. Resurrection comes out. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dragon Strike any moment now, and there we go. He's going to line it down, straight down the payload. We're going to be switching off of him so you guys can get a better view of that Dragon Strike. Cypher getting a double kill, and Cypher's just continuing to do damage here for his team as he's in the air, landing direct after direct. Kensei going to be getting another kill on JPE, and now the Molt Core being farmed up and popped by War Spirit, as he does not have a turret available. It got cleaned up, and that's going to be the first point captain of definitely a faster time, as the side of Cypher and Zero G go into another air duel for this match once again. One rocket, two Cypher, gonna win the duel. Kensei taking out Nacho Bro meantime while we're watching this air duel. Of course, this air duel is pretty important. Oh, but Cypher going way too aggressive. Gonna be taken out by ZarTaz. Of course, he's pretty easy to punish when he's flying in the air, focusing another Pharah. That's the nature of Widowmaker, as a counter to Pharah. She's pretty much a sitting duck in the air, and now ZarTaz needs to land these shots. Misses not one, but 2 shots. Now going to be looking for the third. Of course, they're going to be spamming that angle. I wouldn't like to see him pick it again. There's a high risk that he just gets poked out and taken out. 64 HP. Almost happened. Rubicon sitting on that resurrection. More ultimates available. There is a barrage available, as well as a Earth Shatter and a Sound Barrier for the Lucio of the offense. For the defense, we do have a Resurrection and an Earth Shatter. Not too much more, and not too much coming up anytime soon. As, oh no, that flank, we didn't catch that. Massive individual play coming up from the side of Sharike as he flanks, lands a 3-man Earth Shatter into the rocket barrage of Cypher. Meanwhile, the Resurrection from the side of the defense is going to give them a fighting hope as Zero G takes out Kensei. Zero G takes out Anik. Zero G is doing something, but Rubicon answers right back with his own Resurrection, and with the Resurrection advantage and the tempo in this fight, and that play from that Earth Shatter, as well as that rocket barrage, that was just absolutely great strategy, great play coming out from the side of Anik, and they're going to be able to Anix, and they're going to be able to take the series 2-0. As hot damn, guys, I was just blown away. I'm sorry I missed that flank. You never see that kind of flank coming out from Reinhardt. Really, that's just not a expected play, and you could tell they were completely caught out. Play of the game champs were not ready for it at all. They didn't turn around at all. Of course, he had to have been crouching to go through that. Oh man, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Reinhardt, Earthshatter to win the game, followed by the Rocket Barrage. Of course, that Resurrection was good to reset it, but like I said, that meant that the Resurrection advantage went to the offense, counter ult came out from the defense, but then the counter Resurrection came out, and basically from that set of events, all of the advantage in the ults went to the side of the offense, and we will be seeing ANOX taking on Reunited. Again, guys, I am not entirely sure which match is next as far as the bracket goes, but I can link you guys that information as soon as I know, and it looks like it is going to be Reunited versus ANOX next, guys. We will be having the winners match next. I'm going to go ahead and link the bracket in just a moment when this gets caught up. Cypher, I'm sorry to have upset your fam, or your fans, fam. Very strong fair play from him. Of course, there's Sharike with that flank. There's that Rocket Barrage, helping take out Zaratoz with Kinsei. Direct rocket, double onto Nacho, bro. Great individual play from him, great individual play from Sharike, and that means they're able to take it and continue on, guys. The next match is scheduled to be happening in the next 15 minutes. Again, I will update you with all the information as soon as it catches up with the stream. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that happens. I need to unclick that. Remind me, that way that the ad doesn't go until after I do all the shameless plugs. But again, guys, thank you so much for your viewership. This is The Battle. I'd like to say a special shout out to our sponsors, Game Today Arcade and Esports Gaming, for providing the sponsorships for this event to have a $4,000 prize pool for these teams, $2,000 to first place, $1,000 to second, and third and fourth getting $500 each. Again, guys, our next match will be Reunited versus the side of ANOX, as ANOX was able to take this series 2-0. Thank you to The Battle and UCCleague for letting me cast this event. Again, guys, I appreciate your viewership so much. My name is RaptorZ. You can follow me on Twitter at RaptorZOW. If you enjoy my casting, that's the best way to support me, is to follow me on Twitter and show your support in that respect. If you guys don't like my casting, you have any gripes, complaints, or anything of that nature, please do let me know. I try to listen to your feedback the best I can so that I can improve. But again, guys, thank you so much. The other thing is, I guess you can check out my Stratwatch series. Google search or YouTube search Stratwatch, as I do a YouTube series that breaks down and attempts to get some competitive knowledge and pro knowledge out to you guys, as well as aspiring competitive teams. But that does it for me as far as the plugs go, guys. I'll be getting ready for the next match, as we will be seeing ANOX take on Reunited. Winner of this goes on to play in the playoffs immediately.